Yesterday, I played a Muckmorpher Shaman with exotic Mount Seller as the top end and some totem stuff for the early game, but I felt that that build was a little bit inconsistent, so I wanted to cut the Mount Seller and the 0 mana spells in favor of a more consistent top end. And so far it looks like that was the right decision, because today I've gone 12 and 7 with this deck. Alakir is not the absolute best hit off Muckmorpher, but I couldn't find anything else that was even close to as good as Colossus of the Moon or Scrapyard Colossus, and I did feel like I wanted another big thing in the deck, and Alakir is quite acceptable. Now that my big minions aren't as combo-oriented, I can also play Ancestral Spirit, which turns out to be pretty insane with any of these, really. And also even a copy of Vivid Spores. I think generally in this deck, Vivid Spores is just a worse Ancestral Spirit, but I would play 3 Ancestral Spirits, so let's go Vivid Spores, and sometimes you just mega high roll with it. I am still playing Totemic Reflection in this deck. I cut all of the other totem stuff, but I think this card is just good in a deck that can't really play early game minions. If we just look at the list, I'm always hero powering on turn 2 with this deck. So sometimes a totem sticks, and this is really powerful on turn 3. And if not, there's not really anything I wanted to put in this slot anyway, so I think it's just kind of fine.
You stand before King Rastakan.
Some okay cards here, but not the ones that win the game. Wow, this hand sucks, huh? 30 mana and 3 cards. But I have a Muckmorpher too, so that makes it pretty good. I guess maybe turn 4, I could coin Muckmorpher, and if it hits Alakir, I can evolve it into a 10. I don't know if that's actually a real play, though. I don't want to play my coin here. What if I just make 4 drop? It's hard to imagine mini 4 is worse than that. Although I guess the 1/6 stat line is good against lackeys. Maybe in this matchup the 1/6 isn't that bad.
On wings of evil. From nothing, power.
Alright, we muck here, right? He could have ambush, which is annoying. But I guess it's not that good. I'm 50% to hit Alakir anyway. Scrapyard Colossus.
You fell right into my trap.
I could coin a torrent on that. That's probably worth it. It's kind of a bummer to use my coin when I have all these 10s in my hand. But if I don't do it, this guy's gonna kill a 7/7, which seems pretty bad for me as well. With this line, there's a chance that my Colossus even just survives the turn, and I can Ancestral Spirit it. Wow, double Ancestral Spirit on it. Seems like the play.
many options.
I am the Iron Hand of the Wastes.
Akama has no master, not anymore.
I will act as your scale,
Oh, Vivid Spores? That's so good. We have to Vivid Spores here. My game just lagged and I almost panicked. I don't really know what he could do to recover from this position, but Rogue can do some pretty degenerate shit.
I wonder.
His best bet here probably does involve a flick. He could kill quite a bit with a flick, but I would still have quite a bit in play as well. This does look kind of flicky. Shadow Step. Oh, Alakir, nice. Alakir doesn't die to Flick, but like even if I hit Scrapyard Colossus, like Flick is just not that good. And I didn't want to Totemic Reflection this totem because Vivid Sporsing some random O2s isn't great. Yo, almost rank 3?
Rastakan versus Rexa.
Let the hunt begin. You stand before King Rastakan.
Could have maybe kept Serpent Shrine Portal in this matchup, but I don't think it swings the game hard enough to keep. Alright, please do nothing this turn so that my totem can stick. Alright, now don't have coin for any of your 3 mana cards that kill a totem. Yes, let's go Totemic Reflection. And I picked up a Muckmorpher. This is a game. Not sure what to do with this Muckmorpher, like what turn to play it. I could Feral Spirit next turn and just delay the Muckmorpher until turn 6. Kinda want to Torrent that because, wow, it has an obnoxious stat line. Alright, I'm gonna delay the Muckmorpher for a turn, which I think is fine since the rest of my hand does nothing. Hopefully my next 2 draws aren't my last 2 minions. That's fine to play. I can still Muckmorpher next turn. So I guess it doesn't really matter that much how I trade here. This kind of forces him to use his weapon, where if I just trade off the 2-3 and have a 2-4, he might not even hit with the weapon.
That's an upgrade. Probably.
That's fine. I think I prefer Scrapyard Colossus here, although he's kind of weak, and Alakir kind of hits him. Maybe Alakir was just the nuts here. I could draw Totemic Reflection for lethal. Or Serpent Shrine Portal. Or a turn from now I could draw the other Alakir. Oh, he's putting it down to a 50-50. Idiot. I drew the other Alakir anyway, so he's probably gonna die on turn 8.
Rastakhan versus Uther. I will fight with honor. You stand before King Rastakhan.
Explosive Evolution is fine, but I don't think I'd keep it off the mulligan. Looks like a totem game. Does it make sense for me to attack into the Divine Shield here? Probably not. Use my totems to beat up these standalone Murlocs instead of just trading one into a Divine Shield minion.
I feel bad for you. Basic.
Oh, he's gonna make the trade for me, I see. Well, I'm pretty sure I shoot this. Pretty terrible. I guess here it makes sense to value trade. That way I have 2 1-health minions and he only has 1/1/1.
A good explorer comes prepared.
I'm a little too overloaded for that, unfortunately. That's actually kind of a good draw. I have a 6, 7, 8 curve now. With a scheme anywhere that I need it.
I'm going to throw the book at you.
Is Muckmorpher good this turn? If I hit Scrapyard Colossus, he does just kind of bump into it. I don't know, it's probably fine though. Whatever. Okay, I got the good one. He can leave it as a 10-1. I don't know, this isn't super good, honestly. But leaving it as a 10-1 means he misses 8 damage, which I'm not sure that he's willing to do. If he doesn't trade into it, though, he might get pretty wrecked by a scheme. Although I guess it only does 5, so it doesn't even get through this necessarily. Seems like an odd attack. I guess maybe he's true silvering here. Okay, that's kind of the same thing.
I must move quickly.
A good explorer comes prepared.
So he's got 2 random dragons in his hand. might want to save this Muckmorpher for turn 9 with Vivid Spores. But, I mean, I guess I was always playing Scrapyard Colossus this turn anyway. I don't love playing a 7/7 into a 4/2. But it still takes some work to get through this, takes up all of his board. And I think the scheme gets better. Okay, that's... well, those 4/4s might be schemable later. Making some obvious trades so far. Second Library of Justice, but that card is pretty much always good against my deck, so whatever. The Fist, huh? If I could do something good with my Fist here, I might play it. Looks like an Alakir, though.
I feel bad for you.
So I could Fist Scheme here. And then, oh wow, I've seen double Library of Justice, and Fist Scheme sets it for Eye of the Storm with Fist in play, so that's probably pretty good. Wax a Dread? I feel like I get that a lot off Fist on 5. Which is okay with me. Good card. But yeah, next turn can be Eye of the Storm, and then maybe I follow that up with a Vivid Spores. That would be pretty disgusting.
Wax, give me. Looks like I'm here just in time.
This is pretty safe, right? Oh, my Colossus of the Moon. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a hard time surviving this board. Oh, is he dead this turn? Oh no, he's gonna kill one of my dudes. Okay. So I have 21 in play. I have another 2 from this Totemic Reflection. So not lethal, but I'm doing pretty okay here. How much do these cost? 5. So I could actually take a nice value trade and Explosive Evolution. It even gives me a 2-drop for the Vivid Spores. Wait a second, that's worse. Oh, Solarian Prime. Dragonbane. Okay. I could Earthshock this thing, but I think I want to save Earthshock for Library of Hope. Also, I could have traded with the Colossus of the Moon there, but like 10 at his face seems pretty good. With double Library of Justice down, I don't really know how he can deal with this board.
Wait to read this.
I mean, I guess he can have Equality, but I don't think Equality is common in that deck. Could be wrong, though.
Shatrack will not fall in vain.
He hasn't played any Wisdoms.